JB, you're out, huh? I'm in Chicago. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll call you then. JB, I love you.
Look, I'll take questions from one of you. You.
The story says that the presumed murder weapon used on Angie Hart was found in Catherine White's bag.
Yeah, that's right.
How about the bag of cocaine? Did Miss White get it here in Chicago?
Well, that hasn't been determined yet.
Was she a dope addict?
No.
How was Miss White related to Angie?
Ain't no idea. I'd like to know the answer to that myself.
Did Miss White kill Angie?
That hasn't been determined. It's still under investigation. The investigation is ongoing. Now, that'll be all. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Who the hell are you? J.B. Harold, huh? Ted Rosen. We're gonna be working together on this.
Just the two of us?
Hey, look, we have over 30 murder investigations a week. You think we can spare cops for this? Yeah, even a case like this. Now, I assume you've seen this before. It's the gun your friend was holding. 4 bullets left in the cylinder, no fingerprints except for hers. These are the bullets we took from the victims' bodies.
Do they match the gun?
Yeah, they match up perfectly. Hey, look, I hate to tell you this, but there's too much evidence says your friend's guilty as hell. I mean, the blood-stained knife, the cocaine, gun with fingerprints.
Right.
Perfect tabloid material, you know? Beautiful detective, teenager, cocaine. But look, it's too perfect. Just doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't add up.
What makes you feel that way?
Well, let me ask you something, Harold. Why'd you come here? Just to dig up dirt on your friend and expose it to the public?
To get my own hands on the punk that killed Catherine.
All right. Your hotel's right up there, you see it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you around 8 in the office.
Okay.
Hey, JB, you want to get a drink? Get to know one another. I know a good bar around here.
Maybe some other time.
All right, go ahead. Do whatever you want. Go rest up for tomorrow, huh? Good night, baby.
Hello. Who's calling? Hello? Hello.
Is this Mr. Harold?
Yeah, speaking.
This is Cindy White.
Cindy White.
Yes, I'm Catherine's cousin. I was waiting for you to come to Chicago.
Waiting?
I was hoping you'd be involved in the investigation. I mean, somebody who can clear Catherine's name.
You think she was murdered?
Of course. Who could think Catherine would murder Angie? Mr. Harold, I believe you can find who did it. Please, prove her innocence.
Yeah. Anyway, how did you trace me down here?
Well, Mr. Taylor of Liberty Town called me up and said he wanted me to help you.
I see.
Yeah, and I've got something to tell you.
Which is?
Well, it's about Catherine. I had lunch with her a few times while she was here. I saw her for the first time in 6 months, and I noticed she acted kind of weird.
What was wrong with her?
Well, her behavior. She wasn't herself. She looked pale and didn't eat much. It seemed like her mind was somewhere else. And... Oh, hold on for a second. Sorry, I have company now, Mr. Harold. When can I see you? Maybe tomorrow? I want to talk to you about this.
Okay, good idea.
Then could you come by my clinic in River North? I'll be there around 4.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Great, I'll see you. Bye. Listen to this, JB. Here's a phrase that says, "People who live freely in your memory will never die." Tell me, darling, will you let me live in your mind, even if my job kills me someday?
10 a.m.
Yo! Morning, what's up? Early bird getting the worm? Oh.
You're not still drunk, are you?
I know, big deal. I don't miss, even when I'm wasted.
Knock it off.
Get out of the way.
I need your findings, information, stuff like that. Show me your records.
I don't keep notes. It's my policy. No goddamn notes.
You should have the autopsy report, the results from identification. Where are they?
This little goddamn box here. There's a database regarding the case. All the findings from the identification section have been dumped in there as well. Hey, JB, you need an ID card to get in there.
Where's that?
I'll let you use mine if you kiss my ass.
I don't beg from anyone.
Okay. Suit yourself. She could have been involved in some shady stuff. She could have been hard up. Maybe some guy was sucking money out of her. Hey, look. It happens. Just because she's a cop. Hey, underneath any woman is just a chick who fucking wants it, man. Hey, you know, man, everybody has a secret. Can you prove she wasn't a slut? You, no, hey, take it.
You slime!
Take it fucking easy, man. Just calm down. So you were in love with her, huh? Well, let me tell you something. Don't let your personal feelings get involved in the case. You got that, Mr. Harold?
Did you drink all night long?
Yeah. Yeah, I meant this hot-looking fox.
Are you always like this?
Hey, what's wrong with that?
But it seems work is not your first concern.
You're wrong.
You know, everybody's entitled to a good time, but in modest amounts.
Seems you're not happy working with me, JB. You know, I can read you. You're thinking that it's gonna be impossible to catch this punk with me, huh?
Results will be input into the terminal computer first thing tomorrow morning. You can look at your computer for the data.
So, JB, where are we going next?
Hello, Mr. Rosen.
How's your wife doing?
She's getting better, thank you. Not well, actually. It's going to take a while before she's able to get up. Any news today?
I brought a new detective who's joined the investigation.
Really?
J.B. Harold, Liberty Town Police Department.
Liberty Town.
Catherine White was a fellow detective there.
Look, can we talk inside?
Yeah, sure. Come on in.
So how you doing? Have the day off?
Yeah, I took a little time off to try to get things organized and take care of my wife.
I know you've told it all before, but could you tell us about the case?
Look, if possible, we'd like to talk to your wife as well.
Sure, okay.
Could you tell us where you were on the night Angie was killed?
Yeah, I was pretty busy that day. I must have been in the office till after 10. Anyway, when I got home, it was around 11, and my wife was pretty worried, saying that Angie hadn't gotten back and she didn't know where she was. Anyway, we stayed up all night waiting for Angie.
How did you find out she was killed?
On the TV. I was watching the news, and they were saying something about an unidentified girl being found dead. So I called the police.
You identified Angie on the 9th, correct?
Yeah, that's right. I went down to the morgue the next morning with my wife, and she was so shocked she fainted.
What did you do then?
Well, they took her down to the dispensary, and I stayed with her until she regained consciousness. Then I took her home. Yeah, I asked the doctor to come by and take a look at her, and he basically said all she needed was rest and she'd get over the shock.
What happened after that?
That night, this mob of newspaper people and TV reporters shows up here. God, I didn't want to see them. I didn't even answer the phone.
Had Angie ever stayed out without telling you before?
No, not even once.
Do you have any idea where she was?
No.
Did you notice any changes or anything different with Angie lately?
Not as far as I could see. Angie was a nice, gentle daughter. I just can't imagine how she got involved in something like this.
Mr. Hart, I'm terribly sorry for the loss of your daughter, but this was no accident. After Angie left your house, she changed her clothes and went somewhere. Is there any chance she was involved with something you didn't know about?
Are you saying that my daughter was hiding something from us?
You can't deny the possibility. How has your wife reacted to Angie's death?
We haven't even talked about it. And she's in bed because of the shock. I just want my wife to get well. You see, after Angie was born, Melanie became sterile. Angie's our only child. Melanie just couldn't bear her death. It's too painful. I don't know.
Where are you from, Mr. Hart?
New York.
And you moved to Chicago?
Yeah, when I was 25, because of my business.
Ever seen her?
No, I've never met her before.
She's Catherine White.
I don't know.
So, JB, where are we going next?
Hello, I'm Mary Sayer, Angie's teacher.
J.B. Harold, Liberty Town Police Department. This is Detective Rosen, Chicago PD, Homicide Division. We'd like to ask you some questions about Angie.
Certainly, go ahead. She never missed class and was a very good student. She used to do well, but I was concerned about how her grades had dropped off recently. She was a well-behaved kid. I mean, she never caused any real trouble, but she seemed to have some problems. Sometimes she would seem depressed or withdrawn, and lately her grades were down, so I suggested she start counseling. Mr. Rivers was in charge of counseling. You might want to see him for details.
Will you call him in here, please?
I'm sorry, he's out today attending a conference of the Board of Education, but he'll be available tomorrow about 3 o'clock. I don't know. That was the toughest thing to see happen, you know? But there are just some students you just can't reach, especially if they never really let you get close to them. I don't know her.
Hey, want a bite? It's not bad. Hey, want a bite? It's not bad. So, JB, where are we going next?
I assume you work under Mr. Hart. I'd like to ask you a few questions about the Hart investigation.
Sure.
I understand you were working late with Mr. Hart on the 8th. Is that correct?
Yes, it was around 10 when we left.
Did Mr. Hart stay with you the entire time?
Yes, James didn't leave all day. Except for once. He got a phone call, and then he left for about 3 hours in the afternoon. That reminds me, when I heard about his daughter being killed with a knife, I remembered something.
What was that?
James used to collect knives. You know, all in all, he really is a very decent and proper man. I don't know. I think it was about a month ago. She came here to visit James, and they were arguing in the hall. And then she stormed off, and he ran after her, asking her to stop. Yeah, I remember. I met her before.
When and where?
She came here to visit James last Monday afternoon, and he wasn't here, so she said she'd come back. Yeah, I remember. I met her before.
When and where?
Rosen, this is Finch. Listen, we got a tip.
Good, what is it?
There's reports Angie was seen earlier on the day she was killed.
Really?
Yeah, some guy saw Angie on Michigan Avenue around 5 p.m. on the 8th. She was in a white Ferrari. Bryce Rich Jr., the president of BR Company, was driving the car. The source was unidentified. Why don't you go check it out, okay?
Roger. Good. What is it?
There's reports Angie was seen earlier on the day she was killed.
Really?
Yeah, some guy saw Angie on Michigan Avenue around 5 p.m. on the 8th. She was in a white Ferrari. Bryce Rich Jr., the president of BR Company, was driving the car. The source was unidentified. Why don't you go check it out, okay?
Roger. We'd like to see Mr. Rich.
I'm afraid you don't have an appointment with him.
Chicago Police Department. We need to ask Mr. Rich a few questions regarding a murder investigation.
Okay. Right this way.
So my secretary tells me you're investigating a homicide. What do you want with me?
Last Monday, a high school student named Angie Hart was killed.
Yes, I read about that.
Well, she was reportedly seen in your car that afternoon, Mr. Rich.
It's ridiculous. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you checking my alibi? Don't waste my time.
You wiser to answer the question if you don't have anything to hide.
No, I don't think so. I don't have time for shit like that. I don't remember.
Well, maybe you ought to try a little harder.
I'm serious. My interests are concentrating on tomorrow, the future. I'm not interested in the past. I don't know. I don't know.
Have you seen this girl?
No.
How about this woman?
Attractive, isn't she? Unfortunately, I've never seen her before.
So, JB, where are we going next?
What can I get you guys?
Police.
Oh, so you ain't buying, huh?
Can we ask you some questions?
That day was so damn cold. I remember I was ready to close a stand, and then I sold lemonade to a woman as young as the woman who was killed. I closed the stand early. I don't know. I don't know. That reminds me. The woman who bought the lemonade, she dropped it, and there's something written on it, but it's Greek to me. It doesn't make any sense, but I kept it anyway because I thought it was weird.
Dear Diary, I'm hanging on the end of a rope. It's too far off the ground and I can't jump off. I don't know how long I can hang on. Thanks. We'll keep this as evidence.
It's weird, huh? I think she was the one that bought the lemonade. No, I definitely don't know her.
So, JB, where are we going next? We just been there. We just been there.
Results will be input into the terminal computer first thing tomorrow morning. You can look at your computer for the data.
So, JB, where are we going next?
Oh, come on in.
So, JB, where are we going next? Yeah, we want to see Bryce Rich right now.
I'm sorry, I can't let you in.
So, JB, where are we going next?
Hi, you must be JB Harold. Thanks for coming down here. Cindy White. Good to meet you.
Hey, how you doing? You're looking good as ever.
Yeah, so are you. Are you working on this with him?
Yes.
Must be hard for you.
Hey, what the hell's that supposed to mean, huh?
Have a seat. I've heard so much about you from Catherine. It seems like you're the perfect image of her description.
Are you seeing patients here?
Yes, but I've been working on a monograph, and I haven't seen as many patients lately.
I see. What's the theme of the report?
Psychology of crime.
Hey, that's pretty wild.
Did you see Catherine on the day Angie was killed?
Yes. We had lunch together. I left her around 2. Catherine said she was going to be going back home the following day.
Where did she go after that?
I don't know.
How about you? Where did you go?
I came back here to write my report. I was here until late.
Where were you on the night Catherine was killed?
Here again. I was working on my report. I was here very late, definitely until 11. I believe Catherine is innocent. I just know somebody set her up. I believe Catherine. I don't know. Angie Hart. I heard she just turned 17. I had a patient her age before. Adolescence can be very difficult to deal with. Catherine. Would you like a cup of coffee or tea?
No, thank you. What I really want is to hear what you began to mention on the phone.
It's,
Hey, look, JB, you want me to leave you guys alone, it's no problem.
No, that's all right.
Really?
There's nothing we need to hide.
Hey, look, we're on this investigation together. I stay here and I listen to what you have to say.
So I guess cops don't get a lot of privacy.
Hey, there are no secrets in an investigation. You got that?
Okay. Please, Cindy, tell us your story.
Well, Catherine mentioned that you popped the question to her.
Is that right? I didn't know you two were so serious.
She knew you were deeply in love with her, but she told me she was going to say no. She made it sound like she didn't think she was good enough for you.
What is that supposed to mean?
She didn't want you to know what she was doing in Chicago. She said you wouldn't love her anymore if you found out. I don't know. It just seems that
Hey, I told you. Your partner, your girl, she was up to something shady here in Chicago.
That's not true. I know Catherine.
I trust Catherine, but I just feel so uneasy about this.
Hey, look. I hope your hunch turns out to be wrong. Yo, JB. Yo, JB, where you going? So, JB, where are we going next?
I'm seeing a patient right now. Could you please come back later?
So, JB, where are we going next? So, JB, where are we going next? We just been there. We just been.
Results will be input.
Oh, come on in.
I gotta get a pack of smokes.
Hey, what are you doing there?
Nothing.
Ted around?
Went out to get cigarettes.
Say, aren't you that Mr. Harold of Liberty Town?
Yep.
Can you show me some ID, buddy?
I had it right here.
Yo, Fred! What the hell's going on here, huh?
That man tried to shoot me.
I was reaching for a handkerchief and he just hit me.
All right, look, guys, calm down. Just take it easy.
Ted, is this the real Mr. Harold of Liberty Town? I asked him for ID, he couldn't show me any.
What?